Speaking of traditions, we are celebrating 30 years of Show Me with today's Throwback Thursday. Here's a look at May 17th, 1997, when Dan Buck took a trip out to Grafton, Illinois to check out the Wildflower Farm.
Down on the riverfront, getting blown away. The wind is definitely up. The good news is the water is down. The historic town of Riverton, of course, getting set for their big peak time of year for the tourist season. And one place, if you're planning a trip up the River Road, a place you might want to visit is called the Wildflower Farm. It is off the water just a bit. In fact, it's back in a world all its own. Take a look.
All right, class, let's go over here and we're going to walk through the gardens. Come on.
Tom Thompson, a former high school principal who visited an herb garden 15 years ago. The rest, you could say, is herb history.
Now, this is an herb garden, and an herb garden that's used for cooking. This plant, in fact, is so old that it goes way back to the Old Testament and biblical times. That's how old this herb is in terms of recorded history.
From the ancient wormwood to the various varieties of sage.
This one right here is pineapple sage. See, it has the smell of pineapple. You wouldn't think pineapple could be in a sage plant, would you? Huh?
Tom is committed to sharing his scented garden. He offers tours of his wildflower farm to school groups, scout troops, and senior citizens. It is truly a nose-on adventure, an education in aroma.
And I'm going to let you get some of the herbs and bring them over here, and I'm going to show people how they can make herbal vinegar that they can cook with and that they can keep and use all year long.
The herbal varieties are many, from mints to chive to rose-scented geraniums. But the runaway favorite for kids...
The lemon one.
How about you?
The same, lemon. 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 Lemon.
The Wildflower Farm is not only a great place for a fragrant lesson about herbs, but it's also a super place for a weekend getaway at the Wildflower Bed and Breakfast.
We have about 30 acres of property here, very quiet, very serene, and guests can not only enjoy the ambience of the bed and breakfast, then they like to take walks either along the spring-fed creek or up to the herb gardens. Great way to spend a weekend.
Yes, this two-bedroom bungalow tucked into Mason's Hollow is a perfect place to get away. It has all the comforts of home with the peace and serenity of an 1830s log cabin. And that 160-year-old cabin is just one of many highlights on this 30-acre wildflower farm here in Grafton. The Bed and Breakfast Inn is open year-round. Children are welcome. The cost is only $65 per night for two people. That includes a great breakfast with plenty of herbs, as you might imagine. To get a brochure on the B&B or to book a group tour of the garden, call 618-786-3447. Now, John and Debbie, all of the herbs that you saw today, every flower that you see just about, you can also buy there. They have a working greenhouse. They also have a nice gift shop there, and as you might imagine, it's probably the best smelling gift shop in the whole bi-state area. And I called this place Rivertown, I think, earlier, but of course this is Grafton. Easy to find. Just take the River Road north out of Alton and you cannot miss it. So,
How about that? You can catch the full Throwback episode immediately following today's Show Me St. Louis at 10:30 on the 5+ app, available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.